Good morning, guys. Welcome. All right, so yeah, short and sweet 30-minute hangout this morning. I'm gonna need you guys to wake me up. I stayed up way too late last night. Yeah. I mean, way too late for me. I was probably up until about 1:45. I was playing some Star Wars Outlaws, working on some birthday invitations for our daughter. Just, you know, sitting back with a cocktail and enjoying my what little time I have to play games and, you know, spend myself. And before I knew it, it was like 1:45, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta wake up in less than 5 hours. Take the kid to school, get her ready. So I'm dragging ass this morning. I apologize. And the stupid thing is, the night before, I only got like 3 hours of sleep at work. So I need to do some catching up. But anyway, welcome. How's everybody doing? What's up, Alex? What's up, Ren? Lewis? Sea Lion? Catherine? Damon? Christian? I like Mandalorians. Welcome, one and all. Let me take a quick sip of the old coffee. So yeah, you guys you're acting as a secondary coffee. Let's get lively. I need to wake up. Got a little bit of a headache as well. Watch the Oscars. I saw a little bit of it. I was putting our daughter to bed last night, and so I didn't. I saw the opening with Conan, and then I started watching like around 9:15 or so. But yeah, I haven't seen any of the Oscar-nominated movies. We just haven't. Normally, you know, in the past, we would watch all of them, you know, around Oscar season, see what the hubbub was about. But this year, and I don't even think last year, maybe we watched a couple of them, but this year we have not watched a single one, which is kind of crazy. Some of them we hadn't even heard of. We were like, man, you know, typically we're on top of these things. I prefer tea, Earl Grey hot. Really is quite good with a bit of honey and a dash of milk. LOL. I like Mandalorians. I've never been much of a tea guy. Or at least a hot tea. Well, truthfully, I probably haven't had hot tea. I mean, I remember the last time that I had hot tea. I was living in Orlando. You know, I was 19 years old. I just moved there for a year. You know, trying college like everybody does, and failing out, dropping out. And I remember someone made me hot tea, and I had never had it before. And I think that's the last time I've had it. Yeah. Sweet tea from time to time. That's like a couple times a year, maybe. I actually prefer unsweet tea. Maybe it's just a health conscious thing, but I don't know. When it comes to my caffeine intake, I just drink black coffee. I drink way too much of it. Like at work, I will probably drink a pot and a half by myself throughout the day. Maybe more, I don't know. Yeah, Christian, we don't. I'm trying to think the last movie we watched. I think it was A Real Pain, which I enjoyed that. I like that. That was the last movie we watched. But yeah, typically if we're watching a movie, it's in the theater with our daughter, and it's something that she might want to see. You know, we tend to just watch an episode of something before bed. Right now we're almost done with Severance. Or caught up with Severance. Other than that, I haven't really been watching much else. Yeah, I was playing little Star Wars Outlaws last night, and it's fun, man. Like, it's interesting. When it came out, I didn't follow any reviews. I didn't.
What's up,
You know,
Greedo?
oh, one sec.
Deployed to the Middle East right
Oh.
now, having a lot of fun, but I'm 8 hours ahead. Lol. You been enjoying Outlaws?
Huh.
I still have to finish Jedi Survivor.
Hey, Alex Dunn, thank you so much for the generous super chat and channel support all the way on the other side of the globe. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I was just mentioning Outlaws. I'm really enjoying it. Like I was saying before, when the game came out, I didn't. You guys know me. I'm not topical. I'm always late to the party. I don't pay attention to shit. So the game came out. I knew it came out. And I was like, it'll probably be a year before I play that. And it's almost the case, huh? But I didn't watch any reviews. I didn't see anybody's reception. But apparently my buddy was telling me that it wasn't well received, at least maybe by the communities that he watches. And I'm playing it and I'm like, this is fun, man. This is like, yeah, it's relatively simple and relatively easy, and you know, I'm sure I could bump up the difficulty settings and it's pretty straightforward, but man, it's, you know, riding around on your, I'm only on the first planet still. Riding around on your speeder, just the world is alive. I mean, it's really fun. I'm kind of surprised that it, at least what he was saying, it wasn't well received, and I'm sure people are loving it, but you know how things go. And I'm curious, like in the not in the future, when it's like $10 and somebody picks it up and they're like, yeah, it's $10, I'll buy it. I was told that it was shit back in the day. You know what I mean? Like they'll buy it for $10 and be like, oh, this is actually pretty fun, and they'll realize that I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what people are looking for. I mean, it's a pretty fun game so far. I'm enjoying myself. But Middle East, how long are you going to be out there for? Hopefully not too long. And I'm OPSEC. I'm sure you're probably not allowed to say where you are. Or maybe you are. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I hope it's not a long deployment. I hope it's a quick trip. But yeah, to answer your question, man, I'm enjoying Outlaws. I wish I had more time to devote to it. Like I was planning on playing it on a live stream right now, but I'm going to my daughter's school in about an hour. I'm gonna eat lunch with her, so yeah, I was like, I don't really have time. I need to get ready. I don't have time to play Outlaws. But but yeah, man, what is with... I hope I'm not getting sick. I feel like I say that a lot. Just constant, like, clear my throat. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, man. Anyway, cheers, Alex. Hopefully I'll be back by Halloween. Okay, so what is that? What is it? We're in March? So 7 month deployment. Hey, that's how long my last deployment was. 7 months. It'll be over before you know it. Make the most of it, I guess. Be safe out there. Well, cheers, man. What's up, Jonathan? Yeah, I'm barely active. I don't know. Well, like on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being like somebody that uploads a video a day and does a live stream, maybe multiple videos a day, and 1 being somebody that like uploads once a year. I'm probably a 2. I'm not very active. I think I uploaded a video a couple days ago, but before that, I think it was 2 or 3 months before I uploaded a different one. And I usually stream a couple times a month. That's about it. But yeah, you know, family, work. Life. Aiden. Oh yeah, I'm super excited for Superman. I like. He's always been my favorite superhero. I like Superman as, you know, kind of a do-gooder Boy Scout, an attaboy, you know, a little clumsy, a little clunky as Clark Kent, and I would rather see Superman saving kittens from trees than, you know, throwing equally strengthed gods into skyscrapers. You know, I like my Superman to be, you know, just a, I don't know, a good dude. That's how I've always, because Superman isn't about brawn and strength. Superman is about heart. So, and hopefully that's what we get. James Gunn seems to kind of agree with my perspective, but you know how those things go, right? I just hope it's not going to be, you know, the same type of formulaic superhero movie that we've seen over and over again. We'll see. Any thoughts on doing another Grand Circle trip? The Caruso Diplomat. I mean, I would love to do that. That's still one of my favorite trips we've ever done. Maybe a close second being our Yellowstone and Grand Teton trip we did a few months ago. Those are pretty equal. They were very different because, you know, the Grand Circle we ended up going to 6 national parks, and we were in an RV the whole time at different campsites, and, you know, we did a ton of hikes. Our Yellowstone and Teton trip, we had cabins rented and little hotel stays along the way, and we just rented a car. We didn't do as many hikes, but it was more of like, I don't know, they're just very different trips, you know. But another Grand Circle trip would be awesome. Maybe in the future when our daughter's a teenager, maybe, you know, and she can do and she'll do the hikes, and she might be excited to do a trip like that, you know. But she's about to be 7. So she's I don't know if she'd really be into it. We've gone on cabin trips with her, you know, just up to like the Smoky Mountains or Blue Ridge, stuff like that. And she enjoys the cabin, and we run around in fields and whatnot. She likes to go exploring in the small towns. But when it comes to hiking, she doesn't really enjoy it. She might now. It's been about a year since we've done a trip like that with her, but we do run on trails. Like I'll bring our dog, and me and her will run on trails. And lately our daughter's wanted to go with me, so she'll run and walk on the trails with me, but that's locally, and that's only like a mile or so, maybe 2. So I don't know, maybe she'd enjoy it nowadays. Oscar, what's up, man? Good to see you. Oscar says, if Inside Star Wars ever came back, what's your target? If I ever did another Inside Star Wars video, I think a fun one would be the holiday special. Now, people have talked about the holiday special to death, you know. I've made a video about it, I don't know, like 10 years ago? Maybe not that long ago. Maybe it's been 10 years now. But, I think it'd be fun to green screen myself into the holiday special and just be a jackass, you know. Other than that, it might be kind of cool to do a video game, something different, you know. Shadows of the Empire, I know like the back of my hand. I've played that game for now, almost 30 years. I still play it, dude. And it would be kind of fun to green screen myself into that game somehow. I don't know exactly how I would do it, but it would be a fun project to tackle. But yeah, I appreciate that, Oscar. Speaking of Nintendo 64 games, I'm picking up, some of you guys may have heard this when I mentioned it a week ago or so. I was going through our attic and putting some stuff away from Christmas, and I found a couple big plastic bins full of all of our old video game systems, like my Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, Dreamcast, and I think, I didn't find it, but I think my wife's old GameCube is up there somewhere. I never had a GameCube, but she had one, and I'm pretty sure we have it somewhere up there. I need to find it. But I was like, man, I'm going to bring these down. I want to do something with this. And then I texted my dad, and I was like, hey, do you guys have any old boxy CRT TVs lying around the house still? And then he sent me a picture of one. It's a 24-inch a Polaroid. I didn't even know Polaroids made TVs. And it's an old 24-inch CRT Polaroid TV from maybe the late 90s. I don't know. And I was like, hell yeah. I'm gonna take that off your hands if you don't mind. So I'm gonna put that in my office, and I'm gonna make like a little low-profile a retro video game area in my room. And I'm hoping it looks clean. I'm hoping it looks sleek. And I'm gonna kind of hook up all those systems and get it, make a little cool area in my office. Because there's one wall that I've never done anything with other than a couple posters, and I've always wondered what to do. Should I put like a record player on this wall? Should I don't know what to do with this thing. Well, now I have an idea, and hopefully it looks good. If it doesn't, I'll just move it to our daughter's playroom. It's this big ass loft upstairs, and it might look good in the corner there, but I'm excited to get the ball rolling on that. I was going through all of my old games and whatnot, and if I get it hooked up and I'm happy with it, I'm actually going to point my DSLR, my camera, at that thing and use it as a webcam, and I'm going to live stream me playing some Nintendo 64. I think that'd be fun, We'll see. That's probably a month or so, maybe longer than a month away. We're going out of town for a week soon, so I want to find a good, I don't want it to be high up. I've looked up so many retro gaming setups and stuff like that. And you guys know me. I like things clean, and I like things neat, and I like things not cluttered at all. So many retro gaming systems, and look, to each their own. This is not a judgmental thing. This is my own problem. You know me. So many of the setups are just so cluttered, and they just have everything on display, and there's no. It's just a wall of shit, and I'm just I can't do that. I can't do that. So I'm looking for a nice low profile, almost like the height of a coffee table, something skinny, maybe no bigger than 18 inches deep, against the wall, and with some storage that I can put 4 gaming systems in, and put it against the wall, something low, and get a beanbag and play like the old days. That's kind of what my plans are for this little wall. So we'll see how it goes. I might end up having to build something, to kind of fit my vision. Oh, that sounds so cheesy. So I might end up having to do that. Also, the weight capacity of a lot of these tables that I've looked at, it's 30 pounds. And I'm like, this big ass, I haven't weighed it yet, but this big ass CRT TV probably weighs more than 30 pounds. So we'll see. Oscar Rodriguez, once again, thank you so much, man. Oscar says, I kind of want to see inside the book of Boba Fett, you versus Sarlacc. Yeah, that'd be, that would actually be kind of hard for me to do. It would require a complete rewatch. I don't really remember any moments in that show that I could poke fun at or have fun with, So, it's easier if I know a movie really well, because I can remember stuff about the movie that I can just pinpoint and capture and write a scene involving me in it. The Book of Boba Fett would be a lot of work, just because and also I don't want to rewatch it. But yeah. There's a connector for old retro systems for modern TVs, James. Yeah, I was looking at a lot of those, and I watched some pretty extensive YouTube videos where people review a lot of those, like, you know, RGB connection to HDMI to modern TV setups and stuff. And a lot of the cheaper ones, and you can get some for like 15, 20 bucks. A lot of the cheaper ones had really bad reviews. A lot of the people I watched on YouTube said to avoid it. It'll dull down the picture. It'll you know, yeah, they basically said avoid it if you can. And then all these YouTubers recommended super expensive connectors that were like 150 bucks, and I'm not going to spend that much money. I have a free CRT TV. I might as well just make this cool looking like retro video game section in my office with an authentic 90s TV, you know. Yeah, I looked at a lot of those, and I was going to order one, but I just decided against it, just because a lot of the reviews sucked, and it just seemed, and I kind of want to have this in my room, you know, but I think it'd be kind of fun. I am gonna get, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like almost like a switchboard. They make these, I'll just call it a switchboard. I don't know what else to call it, but they make these things that have like 4 slots, 4 places for 4 devices that are RGB cables. Or what is it? Not RGB. I don't know. Like the old school yellow, red, white cables. What are those things called? I can't remember. But they have these little boxes. They have a place for 4 sets of those cables, or 8. I mean, you can get them bigger, but, and you plug in all of your devices to this box, and it's basically a switchboard. If I want to play the N64, and it's plugged into section 1, I just hit 1, and the N64 displays on the TV. If I want to play the Super Nintendo, I hit 2, 3, etc. So like, instead of constantly having to unplug and plug in these systems to the TV, I plug all of these systems into one switchboard, and I just hit a button to decide which one I want to, you know, send to the TV. It's kind of neat. So, RCA cables. Thank you, Block. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. What's the Star Wars science request? Or just, oh, you're requesting one in general. Or do you have an idea for one? I haven't done one of those in a long time. That'd be a fun project. I loved making those videos back in the day, man. I absolutely loved making those videos. Star Wars science videos. If I could, maybe I could... How about galactic communication? Oh, I like that idea. I'm gonna write that idea down. Star Wars science, space communication, or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna write that because I already have an idea. We could talk about the speed of light. We could talk about radio communication and the speed of light. We could talk about the Voyager space probe and the Golden Record, and then we could talk about space communication. All right. Sweet. I know what I'm working on tomorrow. My downtime at work. Hopefully we have no calls. Actually, I'm excited for this. Space communication. Let's see. Voyager, radio comms, speed of light. Just jotting down some ideas. Hell yeah. Yeah, Block. There you go. Cheers, man. I'll start making that. That might be the next video that I make, and it might be 2 months away, but so bear with me. How many of those things did I make? Let's see. Star Wars science. Oh shit, I might have already made one, actually. I'm looking. I have Star Wars Science Alien, Star Wars Science Light Speed, Star Wars Science... I know I made more than that. Oh, Probe Droids. And the Voyager program. I already did talk about... Oh, it was almost 10 years ago. Holy hell, that video came out. Moisture Vaporators. You know what's so strange to me? I'll type in like HelloGreedo, something something into Google or YouTube or whatever, and then I'll pop up like videos bashing the channel, my channel will pop up, and I'm like, and it says that were uploaded 2 weeks ago, and it's like an hour long, and I'm like, dude, I'm barely on here. Why are you talking about me? Like, I haven't uploaded a video in 3 months. Are you desperate to talk about shit on somebody? I mean, feel free. I don't give a fuck, but it's just funny to me. Like, I'm the person who does not give a fuck. And nothing will get under my skin. I haven't uploaded in months. Why are you talking about something that I talked about 10 years ago? It's so fucking dumb, man. People are silly. Remember that for your whole life. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the super chat once again. Oscar says, ever thought of getting voice actors to record new lines for characters in Inside Star Wars? Yeah, that would be fun. I always liked doing the channel all by myself. It's just, it's a little project, a passion project, and I've thought about doing that from time to time and like sending out some messages to other YouTubers for voices, but it's kind of more fun to me to work alone and do all that stuff alone. I don't know why, but it's not a bad idea. I'm sure it would be kind of fun to have people lend their voices to various characters and stuff like that. But if I ever do one, maybe I'll reach out to some people. Or, it would be cool to have you guys voice characters. I could literally just like open up a Dropbox and be like, hey, you guys record these lines and submit it to the Dropbox, and I'll just pick which ones I like the best. You know what I mean? It'd be kind of fun. Yeah. Actually, that would be a fun. I'd rather do that. Have like you guys involved than reaching out to a bunch of YouTubers. That'd be more fun to me. Pretty sure he only likes 2 Disney Star Wars, right? Me? Oh, what's up, Baggins? Yeah, I mean, really, the only things that I like... I like The Force Awakens, I like The Last Jedi. Me liking The Last Jedi alone gets these fucking... for whatever reason. It is almost 10 years ago, and they're still talking about me liking The Last Jedi. It's fucking stupid. But yeah, really, those 2 movies are the only movies that I really like since, the Disney era. And when it comes to shows, I really only I like Skeleton Crew. That was super fun to watch with my kid. Andor, I absolutely love it, and the first season of The Mandalorian. So there's 5 things right there. Those are really the only 5 things that I like, in the Disney era of Star Wars. And I've said this before, like, it's not really surprising to me. The older I get, the more I realize that my enjoyment of Star Wars, what I'm going to enjoy in Star Wars, there's a pretty thin, like, diagram, I guess you could say, like a very small bullseye of what I'm going to thoroughly love and enjoy when it comes to Star Wars. And there's a lot of area on the map, on the dartboard, for things to completely miss the mark for me, and that's always been the case. I've just only realized it in the past few years that, like, I guess the things that I'm gonna really love about Star Wars, it's gonna be few and far between. And that's fine. It's always been like that. I'm not a fan of the prequels. And so, my whole life I've liked a lot of Star Wars and I've disliked a lot of Star Wars. So, maybe it's just a healthier relationship with this thing than most people. Not most people, but a lot of, maybe reactionary YouTubers, I guess. Anyone seeing episode 3 anniversary of Baggins? Oh, yeah, I would like to. It comes out in... when are they showing it again? Sorry, guys. Man, I hope I'm not getting sick. Maybe it's just the 4 cups of coffee. Yeah, I'm planning on seeing it when it comes out. I texted my buddy the other day when they announced they were going to show it in the theater. And this buddy is the guy who, some of you guys have been around long enough to know the story when I saw Revenge of the Sith at midnight in 2005. I dressed up as Greedo. My buddy dressed up as Han. And hence why I had a Greedo mask when I started this thing in 2011. But yeah, so 20 years ago, me and like one of my best friends, we went and saw Revenge of the Sith together at midnight. True midnight showing. And I texted him and he was like, holy shit, it's been 20 years. So I'd like to go see it again with him 20 years later, you know? It'd be fun. Yeah, I gotta dress up as Greedo again. That's not a bad idea. That's a really good idea there, Caleb. I don't think we made our blasters out of plumbing parts. Wait, so I probably have a picture around somewhere. And if you have a copy of Sorry About the Mess, the physical copy, there's actually a picture of us in there. Dressed up. But yeah, it's cool. What was I gonna say? I can't remember. Yeah, that would be awesome though. Recreating that same moment, that same picture. Han and Greedo. 20 years later. I might have to convince him to do that. Path Selectica. Thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that. Let's celebrate their 10th super chat on a live stream. Cheers, man. Thank you so much, Path. Morning Greedo, Path says, hope you are well. Looking forward to the episode 3 re-release. Last time I saw it in the theaters, I was 6 years old. LOL. Nice, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. You know, Path, I'm very nostalgic, like for the time period of those movies. You know, in 2005, I was 19 years old. I would have been 19 years old when this movie came out, or maybe just about to turn 19. My birthday's in May, so maybe I was just about to turn 19, or I was already 19. I don't know. Doesn't matter. So I'm like just very nostalgic for that time period. Even the Attack of the Clones and the Phantom Menace. You know, when the Phantom Menace came out, I was 13. It's just, you know, I think you're always nostalgic for certain things in the past, right? I'm going to be nostalgic for this moment right now in my life, right? In 10, 20 years. But just kind of thinking back to when that movie came out, I was 19 years old. I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. You know, I don't know if I probably hadn't moved down to Orlando yet. I spent a year in Orlando around when I was 19, maybe 20. Just going to college and just, I don't know, wasting time, not knowing what I wanted to do. But like, it was just, I don't know. It's you know, being young, right? I'll be 39 in a couple months now, which is crazy. But, yeah, I had a lot of fun, seeing Revenge of the Sith. Is still one of my favorite movie-going experiences, Path. I remember, you know, me and my buddy, we made our costumes. I bought a Greedo mask off of eBay for like $30. His mom actually sewed his like Han costume together and like, you know, put stripe on the legs, and then we bought Nerf blasters, Nerf guns, Nerf dart guns. We painted them black, and we went to Home Depot and bought plumbing parts and like changed out the barrels of these Nerf guns to have big fat like plumbing barrels with like a big cap at the end. So it looked, I mean, we painted them black. They looked cool. I wore my dad's like work coveralls, like green zip-up coveralls, and I got an orange jacket, like an orange construction jacket, like, or not like a vest, and yeah, we went to the movie theater, and I wore that mask for a long time. I feel like we got in line hours before the movie started, and the line wrapped around the building. And, it wasn't like it is now. Like when a movie comes out, if a movie comes out, I don't know, today, well, it technically probably had a showing last night at like 6 p.m., right? But back then, a true midnight showing was a midnight showing. Movie didn't start till midnight. And, so yeah, it was just, there were, TV news cameras there, and it was cool. But yeah. Just checked. Pick is on page 21 of your book. Gotta reread that now, LOL. Nice there, Caruso. Thanks for picking that up. I don't even think the physical copy is available anymore. I don't know why Amazon took it down. There is still a Kindle copy available. But I don't think the picture's in the Kindle version. I wonder if anybody's selling a physical copy on eBay. That'd be funny. Let's go look. HelloGreedo on eBay. I've seen no matches found. Interesting. Typically, if I search all, let's see, all 2 words. HelloGreedo. I bet action figures and shit will come up. Yeah. So nothing. Sorry about the mess. No. Aiden, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support this morning, Mr. Aiden. Aiden says, do you think they'll re-release Force Awakens this year? Oh, that would be awesome. If I had to guess, I feel like they would have, well, I don't know. It came out in December. Maybe they're going to put it out in December. If I had to guess, I would say no, but I would love if that was the case. I would absolutely go see it. I think The Force Awakens is kind of a good, our daughter, if they do release it in December, re-release it in December, our daughter will be 7, and, I think she watched Skeleton Crew. She was all about Skeleton Crew, and I feel like Skeleton Crew was more, I don't know, more, not mature, but it had more like danger and scary moments than The Force Awakens, I feel like. And I feel, look, our daughter is very mature for her age. We don't talk to her like a baby, she probably watches things she shouldn't, and she hears things she shouldn't. But and so I would have no qualms about taking her to see The Force Awakens, and I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Force Awakens to be her first Star Wars movie-going experience. That'd be a good time. But if I had to guess, Aiden, I would say no. I hope I'm wrong. I think that'd be a lot of fun, though. I would love for them to start doing that more and more, not just with Star Wars, but with movies in general. Showing older movies. Maybe from when I was a kid, or 80s movies and stuff. A lot of the times, if they do show older movies, at least like Cinemark local theater around me, it's stuff like Casablanca, or they might show like Wizard of Oz. They did that. Maybe it was last year. I went and saw that with our daughter. They'll show stuff like that, like old stuff. I would love for them to have like I don't know, like a Back to the Future weekend where they show Back to the Future. I'm sure, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like if you had like a Back to the Future Part 1 weekend where you just showed it in one theater over and over and over again from Saturday to Sunday, I feel like I just feel like the theater would be packed. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I'm completely wrong about that and I'd be the only one in there, but like, I think that'd be fun, you know? I had a Christian, it's funny that you say that. Christian said, I'm just trying to imagine your daughter watching Predator starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, it's funny, Christian. I actually had an idea to take a picture of me and my daughter like turned around on the couch looking at the camera, and behind us the TV would be on, and you know, we're really watching like Big City Greens or SpongeBob or something like that. But I would take that picture into Photoshop and like put a screenshot of like Alien, when the alien bursts out of John Hurt's chest or something like that, over the TV, so it looks like we're watching a super scary, violent movie. And then I would post that picture, that Photoshop, on my personal Instagram story and be like, you know, just showing blank one of my favorite movies of all time, and just seeing the reaction from family members. Be like, what the fuck is he doing? Showing her this this insane movie. Just showing the kid Godfather. First screening of Scarface. I just think it'd be funny. But in reality, man, like, I remember watching Alien when I was probably 8 or 9 years old. I have a vivid memory of watching Alien. It was part 2, Aliens. At my house when we were having a sleepover, and I had a few of my friends sleeping over with me, and we're all in, you know, sleeping bags on the living room floor watching Aliens. And I couldn't have been older than 9. I mean, I mean, it was a first house in Georgia, so we moved out of that thing probably when I was 8 or 9. I mean, we were super young. And one of my buddies at the time went home because of that. But yeah, sorry guys, man, what is up with this? But anyway, all right guys. Oh shit, I labeled this thing as 30 minutes. We're already at 48 minutes. I gotta get going. I'm going to have some lunch with the kiddo at her school. She's super excited. She was telling me all about it last night. I did it last year. I usually go when I can. Well, but the last time I went and ate lunch with her was last year when she was in kindergarten. She was telling me all about it, like what to do. You know, first you get in the line, you have to pick your milk. They have strawberry, vanilla, or chocolate. And then you get your tray, and you know, you can pick either whatever they have, you know, mac and cheese or chicken nuggets. And then you go to the fruit section, and they usually have a few fruits. I don't know what they have on Mondays, you know. And then you can either pick a veggie, and then they have soda. They have, oh, I couldn't believe they had soda. I didn't know that. They have bottles of water, and then they have Rice Krispie treats and blah 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 blah. You know, fruit roll-ups. They're just giving me the rundown on what to do. Oh, it'll be fun. I asked her, I was like, what do you want me to wear? Because, you know, I want her to, you know how kids are. She's at the age where, like, if she always wants to play with us, but if there's a bunch of her friends at the park, she'll want all the grown-ups, and all the other kids are like this too. She'll be like, all the kids will want the grown-ups to like go away and sit on a bench, you know. So like, she wants me to wear. I'm not gonna wear it. She wants me to wear I have like a Hawaiian shirt that I love. I've probably had it for 10 years. But it's actually, I think it's kind of chilly outside, so I think I'm just gonna throw on a sweater. But I had to ask her, like, what would you want your dad to wear to school? You know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah, all right, guys. So, space communication, Star Wars science video is something that I'm going to be working on Who suggested that I do another Star Wars science video? Who was that? Block. Oh yeah, there we go, Block. I appreciate that, man. So yeah, I'll be working on that. I don't know when that'll be up. It's a fun idea. I miss making those Star Wars science videos. Because, you know, I can incorporate things that I'm passionate about outside of Star Wars into the world of Star Wars in a vague way, you know. But, all right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. I'll see you when I see you. Thanks to everybody who super chatted this morning and supported the channel. Appreciate that. All right. Stay safe out there. See you when I see you. All right. Later.
you.